Hello, hello. Sorry, I know I'm a minute or two late. I had to use the bathroom before I came in. Oh, it's only a 7-person queue this time. It's not bad. There we go, that's that done, taken care of, ready to go. Here we go.
That's everyone then. We've all said what we needed to.
Even as we speak, Backlog undertaketh their final inspection of our spirit vessels. When thine
it's
own preparations
Backlug.
for the journey are complete, thou
I
art to
always said
present thyself
Backlug.
in the ocular.
Everyone? I want to thank you all. on behalf of the First. You, and Minfilia, and the Exarch. Without each and every one of you guiding us, fighting for us,
We're doing it today,
we
man.
wouldn't be standing here now.
I don't care if I gotta stream
There
for
wouldn't
6
even
fucking
be
hours.
a
Like, we
here.
gotta
And
hit
no words
Endwalker
can
today,
express
man.
our gratitude.
I have to do it.
We still have a lot to do. Countless trials to overcome. But if it ever seems too much, I'll think of our time together. The happy moments, and the sad. I will remember it all. And it will give me the strength to carry on without you. Because you made me who I am. Minfilia. Reen. To honor these names and these memories, I will stand with all the people of this land and strive for a better tomorrow.
Do it, girl. What? Striving for better tomorrows.
Thancred, I believe the honor of responding should rightfully be thine. I know better than most how much you've grown, and I have every confidence you'll make your people proud.
I don't know what the hell's going on, but my little brother's kind of been bothering me lately, man. Like, I don't know why, but the last, like,
Gods know I'm proud of you.
4 or 5 times
I always
I've
will
tried
be.
to contact
You
my
deserve
brother,
all
he
the
just
happiness in
hasn't
the
been
world,
answering me.
and more.
Aww. Tears of happiness and sadness all at the same time.
Might we also say a few words?
Hey, is that the chick with the bunny ears? It sure is. I knew it. I recognized that voice anywheres.
Why, this is just about all of you.
To see you off seemed the least we could do. You risked your all for us, fought for a realm not your own. Before you came, we had never known the beauty of the night sky. Or the joy of your company. Though it saddens us deeply to bid you farewell, it has ever been our way to send off friends with a smile. Wherever your road should lead, we shall pray for your safety. And following your brave example, we shall continue to fight for the Crystarium. With or without us, you've always
We're
taken
about to
good care
leave
of this city.
area behind.
I don't doubt for a moment you'll
We're
continue to
about
do
to
so.
leave the First and go back to our planet.
I, a more resilient people we have never known.
Don't let the Ishgardians hear you say that. They were in a 1,000-year-long war with fucking dragons and shit.
As resilient and enduring as the tower that watches over you.
To the last, we did not question the Exarch about his past. It is only now, when he can no longer tell us, that we believe we know the answer. We have heard what became of him, and what is about to be attempted. All will be well. Of this we are certain. How could it be otherwise, when every soul in the Crystarium is praying for it with all their heart? And so, when our Lord awakens, I bid you give him a message. Tell him he needn't worry about us.
Lena will take charge.
That he need no longer hide who he truly is. That he should live his own life to the fullest. And that if he should ever find himself reminiscing on the past with a smile,
the voice crack.
we shall be smiling with him. Will you tell him this? Thank you. Please look after him for us.
I dare say we have all the good wishes we can carry. Let us be on our way.
Oh, man. Yeah, time to leave the first behind. Back to the source. We bid you all farewell. Wind up, Mistle. Well, I suppose it's time. Are you ready, Psychotic? Ready as I'll ever be. Alright, let's not keep the others waiting. Wait, what did he say? This one was different this time. Ah, Master Psychotic, I have but this moment shown your associates in. Strange to think that I will not have the honor of showing them out again. But I am informed that you yourself may yet return, and I look forward to welcoming you on that happy day. Now, if you would care to follow me. Okay. Okay. Ah, there you are. I take it you are ready for the journey. The spirit vessels are primed, and our company complete. At a word from you, we shall begin. What the fuck? My lamp just fell over for, like, absolutely no reason whatsoever. That was weird. Upon beginning the soul imbuing ritual, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these cutscenes in their entirety. Okay, actually, hang on. Let me go see. I just texted my dad to see, to tell him to let me know if he ends up making any more coffee. That way I could make another cup. So hang on 1 second. I think I'm actually just gonna go and start a pot of coffee real quick. Might as well do it now before all these cutscenes start playing, you know? you got into a conversation with my wife, and then my coffee was pretty much done brewing, so I figured I would make a cup before I came back. Very good, I shall distribute the vessels at once. Here we go. All of these long cutscenes. All 25 million of them.
All right then. Pray proceed as instructed, beginning with your memories.
I didn't realize it was going to be clickable conversation, like dialogue boxes. Otherwise, I would have started, and then like 10 minutes in, I would have just stopped clicking and went and made my cup of coffee. Because you know how sometimes when you get to the cutscene, sometimes it doesn't have like this thing down here, and it just automatically goes to the next one.
Well, that just leaves our souls then.
That's kind of what I figured it was gonna be. That's why I figured I would make my cup and my coffee and all of that before I started. But I guess I could have just started and then stopped it halfway through.
We're in your hands, Angelo.
It's kind of better to watch it all the way through anyways, instead of having to stop 10 minutes in.
It is done! The vessels have received of both their memories and their souls! I hereby entrust them to your care. They belong to you now. Just be sure to guard them well, yes?
This will work, won't it?
Our theories have held thus far. But I make no promises about what is to come. Even the greatest mages in history knew better than to transport a soul across the rift. We, my dear, are in unknown territory.
Hopefully nobody has any issues.
Prepare as we might, we cannot account for all possibilities. And it is in such circumstances that accidents are wont to occur. Yet miracles do happen, so let us pray and will our friends home.
I won't stop praying until I know they're safe.
All safely stowed away? I do hope so. All that remains then is to step into the mirror. Go now, and safe travels.
I should be fine. Like, my character should be able to do this without any issues. Because of the fact that, like, I can already travel back and forth between the worlds. The concern is for everybody else. We're all gonna wake up and just come walking into the room together, and everybody's gonna be like, what? There's me. Ta-da! Yeah, baby. Ooh. That felt great. Pray, Tataru. Pray that everybody returns home safe. There we go. There's Alice, Alphino, Yurian J, Yashtola, and Thancred. Everybody's glowing. Looks like we're all set and ready to go. Everybody step through the mirror together all at once. Actually, maybe not all at once. Maybe they should do it one at a time as to not overload the ether. You know what I'm saying? You catch what I'm saying, homie?
Did it? Are we?
We're home.
Oh, you're back. You're back.
See, like this one right here doesn't have that thing, so it automatically goes to the next chat dialog box. That's what I was thinking this whole thing was gonna be. But I was wrong.
Thank you. My body feels like a sack of popotos. But otherwise, I have never felt better. That said, I doubt any of us will be fit to travel for some while. May we leave the rest to you?
Of course you can. I'll take
The
care of
vessel
everything.
beareth our comrade's blood. With it in thy possession, the way will surely open before thee.
Oh, that's right. That's the one for fucking the Exarch.
What? But you've only just got here.
Tataru, might I trouble you to brew us all a pot of your special tea? Ah, and we may require an extra cup.
Get it? Because of the exhaustion? Ah, that's a knee slapper. Cracketh me uppeth. As Urianje would say.
Yours is a long road, my friend, and it stretches onto places beyond imagining. With your every step, these grand adventures shall grow more distant and faint. And there may come a day when you forget the faces and voices of those you have met along the way. On that day, I bid you remember this. That no matter how far your journey may take you, you stand where you stand by virtue of the road you walked to get there. For in times of hardship, when you fear you cannot go on, the joy you have known, the pain you have felt, the prayers you have whispered and answered, they shall ever be your strength and your comfort.
Itchy, 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 itchy. I really need to shave after my stream tonight.
This I hope. I believe. Here at memory's end.
Where the fuck these teeny tiny little sugar ants keep coming from? But they keep showing up in my game room and it's pissing me off because I always have to keep an eye on my drinks because of it. It's so fucking annoying.
What is it, Alize? Are you all right? Do you still feel under the weather?
Physically, I couldn't be better. Thanks to Kryle's ministrations, I'm already looking forward to our next fight. But seriously, don't you have anything to say about that?
No less impressive than our garments. You've outdone yourself, Tataru.
To give credit where it's due, I had help from a certain fiery pixie who visited me in my dreams. They gave me all the information I needed to get the details just right. For your weapons, though, I needed a lot more help. Thankfully, our favourite heads of state were happy to place their finest craftsmen at my exclusive disposal. Oh, and speaking of the Alliance leaders, they all expressed their unreserved elation at your safe return, and promise to come and see you in person as soon as they can.
They really needn't have gone to such trouble. But we'll be keeping these gifts all the same. Do pass on our gratitude.
I realise we haven't taken up new martial arts, nor have I ever been one to set much store by appearances. But I can't help feeling a certain lack of, I don't know, personal development.
I quite understand. But as you observed, the others had the more pressing need. Rest assured, our turn will come.
But is she upset because she hasn't gotten new gear yet? And the others have? Is that what she's upset about? Seems like it. Like she wants new clothes too, damn it.
Ugh, if I expend any more ether, I swear I will blink out of existence. I need a bite to eat.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Poor Ellie said. She's all left in the dust. Oh, hey, look, it's that nasty nutritional bread. Oh.
Tataru, a cup of tea, if you would be so kind. And something sweet.
You got it, girlfriend.
By Mistress Kryle's exhausted state, may I assume that the ward hath been restored?
Here he comes.
Indeed. We succeeded in weaving it anew, albeit at a slightly diminished potency than when I had Becklug's assistance.
You know, this whole time I have been calling her
It is no
Beck
cause for
Lug,
concern, though.
and her name is
The tower
actually
is not
Beck
easily
Lug.
reached. Never mind
I wish I
breached.
would have known that.
And even should some few succeed, their presence won't escape my
I only
notice.
was pronouncing her name wrong for, like, the entire time she's been a part
Excellent.
of the storyline so far.
Said duty thus discharged, thou art free to go wheresoever thy fancy taketh thee. Upon which note, hast thou perchance come to a decision?
I
The
feel
offer
so bad
remaineth
for the
open.
voice actor that had to play Orion J, man. Like, the amount of practicing he had to have done
If you're
to be
certain
able to
that's
get
what you...
those words right.
I mean, if you think I...
Yeah, you didn't even... That's what I'm saying. I always thought it was Beck Lug, but it's actually Beck Lug. See, there's another one of those fucking sugar ants, man. Where the hell do they keep coming from? These super, like, teeny tiny little ants, man. Every so often, I find a couple of them just wandering around on my desk or my monitor or something. I know I gotta fix my my subscriber goal above my head
Right.
too, because during the break I had the last few weeks, I
accept.
guess
Henceforth,
I actually
I
ended
shall
up
count myself
losing
a
couple
scion of the seventh
subscribers.
dawn.
So I'm only at like 197
Grahatia,
now.
at your service.
Finally, we get to see his real name.
When I was a boy, many long years ago, I yearned to stand tall as the heroes of Eld.
You ever get those teeny tiny little sugar ants that you can barely
like
see?
a fool,
You ever see those
seeking to
things?
pluck the stars from the heavens, my every
So hard
attempt to
to
reprise
spot.
their deeds fell short.
Last thing I need is to have a couple crawl inside my coffee or something and be
Help!
drinking
Somebody help!
little sugar ants. Of course. As soon as we get back home. She's like, here, take your staff. Yeah, now that it's getting warmer, that's what I'm saying. I
Hippogriffs!
need to figure out.
Hippogriffs on the rampage!
There's gotta
A
be like a
giant flock of
small
them!
hole
Please,
in my
we
wall or
need help!
something where they're coming in from. And I
I could
need
do
to
with a
find
little
it
rampage
and
myself.
just put like a little piece of electrical tape or something over
What? Now wait, just a...
it, just to stop them from coming in.
Here we go again.
Yeah, Thancred's ready. Bullets for his gunblade, I'm assuming? It's the only thing that would make sense to me.
I will join the fray
Here's the mommy.
when I finished my
Mommy
tea.
of the Scions.
Thus did the
Yashtola.
avatar of destruction descend, and in her wake leave naught but tears
Always
and ash.
reminds me of Ricola. That's why I say her name the way that I do. If anybody's wondering, you know why I always say
And then-
Yashtola.
One day, an all but forgotten dream from my youth stood before me, in the flesh.
What the hell? Did you see that? Did you see how spiky the ground looked for a second there? That was weird. Yeah. Back in our world. Left the first behind, now we're back in the source. Yes, sir.
So it was that a new adventure began.
It sure did, and you're a part of it now, Grahatia. Grahatia, as some people like to say. Hey, it's that guy with the bead on his forehead. Ugh.
The memory of a dying world's end,
Xenos Galvis.
night after night.
I swear to God, if his name is pronounced like
And I thought it
Galvus
but a
instead of
tired old
Galvis,
dream.
I'm gonna frickin' lose it. Is it Xenos or Xenos? 1 for Xenos, 2 for Xenos.
I say. I knew that securing the palace would provide your radiance with depressingly little sport. but that you should fall asleep out of boredom.
Who's this guy in a white robe?
Splendid. Truly splendid. And my own preparations, you will be pleased to hear, proceed apace.
That's how I hear and say it, so Xenos? I think that's what I said, 1 for Xenos, 2 for Xenos. Xenos, yea Galvus.
Oh, yes.
That sounds a little
they
better.
They proceed very well indeed. Frighteningly so. And we owe it not least of all to this singularly useful body I chanced to find.
No way is
With
that
the Populares
again.
now all but destroyed, it will be the simplest of tasks to discredit their groundless assertions that I met with a grisly end.
No fucking way is he still alive, bro. No way.
And as the very much alive Lord of House Brutus, I have a vast fortune at my disposal. Ah,
or is it
money,
Brea?
money, money, the great motivator. There is simply no better way to move men and expedite plans than with its alluring glint. Would you not agree?
Ting. Perfect, right inside the hat.
But wait, were we not acquainted, you and I?
Wait a minute. Am I supposed to recognize
Should our familiarity
that face?
cause you distress, I beg your forgiveness.
I swear I've seen that face before.
What did you say your name
Yeah,
was?
I thought so.
Oh, a dagger through my heart! That my deepest desire should forever remain unfulfilled, to live unrecognized, to die forgotten.
Definitely have seen it before, but it has been a while. I almost feel like I've seen that face in Stormblood.
So it goes.
I could
Whatever
be
this
wrong,
flesh may have been
but
before,
I feel like it was
it
a
serves
Stormblood
only as a
character.
vessel now. And I, faithful Fandaniel, labor only to advance my lord's ambitions.
Why can't you just say the guy with the long hair's name?
With the palace in
So
our
I know,
hands,
like, for sure
we may
how to
now
pronounce it.
proceed with the next phase of the plan. But how very odd! Despite all our havoc wreaking, old Elidibus did not deign to
At least
appear.
I was pronouncing Elidibus'
Dare I
name
hope
right. It is Stormblood? I thought so.
that the last of the unsundered is gone.
Okay, you freaking
Imagine
nut
it!
job.
Bound no more by the shackles of mouldering memories of damnable duty, free at last to live for the moment!
So I wonder who has control of his body then. Well, I'm assuming Fandaniel is the name of the thing that is controlling this guy's
Your
body.
radiance. But give the word, and I shall go forth and prepare for you your hunting ground.
That which awaited was a fell beast. Ferocious, ravenous, remorseless.
How did I know that it wasn't gonna pronounce
Do
that?
as you
second
will.
word? I knew it was remorseless instead of remorse. With a second You're just gonna leave your money laying all over the ground? You litter bug?
It has been too long, my friend. And insufferably dull in your absence. When you return to me, you will share everything. Every blow will be a story unto itself. Every triumph. Every kill. Rest assured, we shall have a fitting stage for our reunion.
Oh, split the coin in half.
Oh, yes.
That was pretty dope.
To reprise that transcendent moment, I will set this world ablaze. And we shall dance before the pyre.
Okay, Xenos. I hear you, dog. I'll fight. I'll kick your ass
The
again,
beast
bro.
shall kindle the flames of the apocalypse.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can go at it again. I'm down.
Into its domain shall the hero set forth, for the final chapter in the tale of this star.
Okay. Ah, you're back. Tell me, Psychotic, do you think I was excessively familiar earlier in my tone and mannerism? I thought it better to be familiar than formal if we are to be comrades, but now I worry that it may have detracted from the gratitude and respect I harbor for everyone. Perhaps we might consider it a nod to my regrettably less than humble beginnings? Yes, that will do. Being free to live as one pleases is not without its challenges. In a way, it was easier when I had a mission that consumed my every waking moment. It provided me with a focus, a constant push in a singular direction. By the way, was casting spells always so draining? I had quite forgotten what it was like to do it without the tower. I've rarely felt so exhausted or hungry. Yet, if all I did was bend the bow, I would be of limited use to you on your adventures, so I shall persevere, my bad. Whoever I might have been before, I am now a scion, and an inexperienced scion at that, a green initiate, eager to learn how best to contribute to the cause, that he might follow in the footsteps of his inspiration. Graha Tia is now available as a trust companion. Oh, greetings, Psychotic. Come to look in on our friends? Rest assured, everyone is quite well. I've been keeping a close eye on them and have satisfied myself that they are all in fine health. As a matter of fact, they're just about to convene in Dawn's Respite to discuss how best to use their pent-up energy. Let's join them, shall we? Oh, hey, what do you know? Another cutscene.
Well, my friends, now that we have all settled back into our bodies, it is time we resumed our duties in earnest. Let us speak of our plans.
Ever since the Emperor's death, it's been one unsettling rumor after another. I've a mind to pay a visit to Garlemald to ascertain the truth of the matter.
A prudent endeavor. 'Tis of the essence that we establish the full extent of the threat, not least if it should prove that Xenos doth indeed orchestrate events from the shadows.
It is Xenos. I knew it.
In light of which possibility, I shall accompany thee on thy mission. Be assured that thou shalt find me more a help than a hindrance. Thou requirest another to imbue thine ammunition, dost thou not?
Ouch, damn it.
Assuming that's settled, there's something I've been meaning to look into as well.
Welcome back,
hey, look,
everyone.
It's Lise. No shit. I haven't seen her in a minute. That's that chick from Stormblood.
You're fine now, right? No more headaches or keeling over?
That's right. We're fighting fit and raring to go.
I'm pretty sure she was from Stormblood.
The famous Lys Hext, former scion and hero of the Alamigan resistance.
Yeah, Alamigo, yep.
I don't believe we've met. Really? It's so easy to assume that all Archons are acquainted. But then I suppose your fields of expertise are rather different.
Grahatir, at your service.
We play no older
I have read
games.
much
What
and
is
more
this? This is
about
Final
your exploits,
Fantasy
Commander.
14.
It is a pleasure to finally
This
make
is
your
an
acquaintance.
MMORPG game. And I
Likewise. The others told
I'm
me all
playing
about
it now
you.
because they're getting ready to release the new DLC.
Do not be so sure.
in,
Words scarcely do
in
justice to
June,
the
I
vital
believe it
role he
was.
played in our victory in the first. A more
So I
dependable
want to make
comrade
sure that
one
I
would be
get
hard
through,
pressed to find.
the last DLC, the last DLC that was released. Yeah, this is Final Fantasy 14. The game released a while ago, but it's not really an old
but
game
I'd
per
be
se.
lying if I said I understood half of it.
It is getting ready to get a graphic overhaul though, so it'll look a lot better than it does now. Even though it don't look that bad now either, but yeah, it's actually one of the most popular games in the world.
Well, that's a lot to take in.
Yeah, when they released
just to be clear,
when they released
this
the
means
new
we're not
DLC, it's
heading
coming
for another
with like
calamity,
a big
does it?
graphic overhaul for the game. Because the game
Shorn of their
itself has been out
unsundered
for like
master's
over 10
leadership,
years.
what Ascians remain shall struggle to see their plans to fruition.
So that's why I said it is technically an older
And
game
though I
because it's been
would
out for
ever
so long.
advise caution,
But
I
they
believe
still
we may
release
rest
new
easy
content
for a
and stuff.
time.
Like we actually, there's actually a
I'll take that as a
crossover
yes.
event I believe that's still going on right now with a Hokai, which I believe is a
Even
I think if I
so,
remember correctly, is
I
like
don't
a
know
Japanese
what to make of this business
show.
about Hydaelyn and Zodiac being primals.
A difficult truth to bear, yes. But at last we understand the nature of our adversary. And if there are no further calamities, neither will there be rejoinings,
I
meaning
also need to
Zodiac will
finish
never
my,
regain his full strength.
I also
Even
need to finish
so,
my
as the
playthrough
oldest
for the
and
Final
mightiest of
Fantasy VII
primals,
remake,
he remains a force
the
to
one
be
that came out
feared.
a few years ago. I still need
Though
to finish
his
my
is a
playthrough
power
of
born
that.
of the desire for salvation, we have seen the
There's
havoc it
also,
may wreak.
that
And
new
it falls
Prince
to
of
us
Persia game
to ensure
that
that
came
it is
out.
never
I think
again
it was
brought to
last
bear
year.
upon this star.
I think I'm gonna restart my playthrough for that. There's a few games that I play here and there. I still play Fortnite every so often. I don't play it that much, but
tell us, Lys, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit?
there's a few different games that I play. Every so often,
do you
I'll still
mean?
throw on
Isn't
some
seeing my
zombies or
long-lost
something
comrades
from, Call of
reason
Duty Cold
enough?
War.
Alright, there was one other matter.
I don't play Warzone.
I have
though,
a message from the Alliance, and before you ask, yes, it's
'cause
about
I'm,
the
I'm
Empire.
colorblind, and the colors are too dull in that game. It's too easy for
So,
me to not be able to
after
see.
Emperor Varys' assassination,
Playing
it
right now
seems
with
his
your brother,
cousin
but you don't
Nerva
really like
made a
it
bid for the
anymore.
throne.
Yeah, Fortnite isn't as good as it used to
The
be,
trouble
in my
is,
personal opinion.
he wasn't the only one with designs on it, and it didn't take long for a
which
civil
is
war
why I
to
don't
break
really
out.
play it anymore either.
And it's not just in the provinces.
Yeah,
Early
that's
reports say huge swathes
me
of the
being
imperial
colorblind is
capital
why I
have been
don't play.
reduced to rubble.
Why I don't play Warzone. The colors, they're not vibrant
The
enough.
Alliance will soon
So
convene
if
in
somebody's
Alamigo
at, like,
to
a far
decide on a course of
distance,
action.
It's really easy
and we were
for
hoping
it
you'd
to, like,
come along.
blend in and me to not see them. That's why I liked playing
Well,
Fortnite so
as
much,
it
because the
happens,
colors are
Urianger
so
and I were
vibrant
just
and
this
bright
moment
and,
planning
like,
a little
different
trip to Garlemald.
that it was a lot easier
And we should be
for me
grateful
to
for
see
any
people.
advice the Alliance can provide on how best to make the most of our visit.
Just playing Warzone.
To Alamigo, then.
I tried to play it a couple times. I couldn't
Why
get
don't you
past
go on without
the
me?
dull colors.
There's something I need to look into.
But that's always been a thing
Oh,
for
forgive
Call of
me.
Duty,
You were
which
just
is
telling
why,
us.
like, I've
What
only
is it,
ever
if I
really
may
played
ask?
Call of Duty for the zombies.
I want to find a way to cure the Tempered.
Like Black Ops 3. I have Black Ops 3 on my
Of
computer,
course.
and I like to play zombies
You think it
for
may be
that
possible
because,
to adapt the treatment
if
you've
you
used to
have
help
Black
those
Ops
corrupted
3
by the
on
Sin
a
Eaters?
PC, they have this thing called custom
a
zombies.
cure for tempering.
Where like people
would change
create their own zombie
everything.
maps and stuff like that, and you
Alizé,
can download
consider
them
yourself
and play
uninvited.
them
Go
for
and
free.
find us this cure.
So if you get Black Ops 3 through
I'll do my
Steam
best.
for your computer, then essentially
I was
you have
hoping
like
you
an unlimited.
might join me.
There's like
Don't
thousands
worry if not,
of
though.
different zombie maps
I won't
that
hold
you
it
can play
against you
and
if
stuff,
you'd
which
rather
is always
attend
fun.
a stuffy meeting.
Yeah, yeah. And that's why even though Black Ops 3 is such an old game, it's still like it's still $59.99. You have like 20 games on Steam. Yeah, I got quite a few games on Steam.
I knew you'd say yes.
It's probably my most used platform
I'll come too.
that I play on for
If
a PC.
you don't mind, that is.
What's your favorite kind of game? Do you like role-playing, like RPG games?
Mind.
Do you like
I'm
battle
sure they would
royale
be glad
games?
of your
Do you
company.
like shooter games?
Pray,
Do you like puzzle
enjoy
games?
your time together with your hero.
Rainbow Six is on
No,
Steam
no,
and For Honor.
that's not...
God,
I mean,
For Honor, I remember that game.
I simply thought my knowledge might be of some use.
GTA? GTA's pretty fun.
We shall be on our way then. Godspeed.
Okay. Mainly a FPS game type of guy. Okay. Okay. I like FPS games. It's a lot easier to play FPS games on PC. What specs do I have? So my processor is a Ryzen 5 5600G. I have a Kratos M1 550 for my power supply. I have two 8GB sticks of RAM, so I have 16 gigabytes of RAM. But I am going to be upgrading my RAM here soon, so I'll be going from 16 gigabytes to 32 gigabytes. My graphics card is an RX 6600, so I've got 8 gigabytes of 8 gigabytes of VRAM. And then I actually run two different monitors. I have, I think it's like a 24-inch LG monitor. And then a few months back, I went to Sam's Club, and they actually had a 27, no, I think this one's 31.5 inches. It's a curved MSI brand monitor. So because I do streaming and stuff like that, I run two different monitors. That's why, like, you'll see me turn my head like this. It's because I'm looking at my second monitor where I have my streaming program pulled up. That's how I keep an eye on my chat and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, my specs aren't too bad, though. There is still some upgrades I want to do. Eventually, I want to go from 8 gigabytes of VRAM to 12. But that costs a lot of money for a new graphics card. RTX 3060 with 12 gigs of VRAM, very nice. Ryzen 5500, nice. 32 gigabytes of LED RAM, nice. Two different monitors and a Z00 watt PSU, nice. I'm assuming the Z is supposed to be a 5, like a 500 watt PSU. 700 watt, nice. Okay, yeah, it's not bad specs. It's pretty good. You got a better, definitely got a better graphics card than I do. And your power supply unit, your PSU, is like 150 more than mine. Mine's a 550 watt, yours is 700. And you have the RAM that I'm gonna be getting here soon. Yeah, not bad. So we're not too far away from each other in terms of our PC specs. It's not bad. You built your PC? Nice, nice. Yeah, I got mine pre-built, except for obviously the RAM sticks I put in myself and the graphics card. I had my brother show me how to do that. Are you subscribed to my YouTube channel, Nathan? I can't remember if you actually subscribed to the channel or not. If you haven't, you should totally subscribe. You did? Okay. I couldn't remember if you did or not. I figured you did, but I wasn't sure. Okay. When I set out to save Halric, I think Gabu was always at the back of my mind, and having proved that the light corrupted are not lost, I am convinced that the same must be true of the tempered. Similar to those corrupted by the Sin Eaters, the ether of Gabu's soul has been rendered stagnant. And though the root cause is different, perhaps the solution is the same. It is by no means an unreasonable hypothesis, Alice, and it warrants full investigation. If there's even a chance we can save Gabu, we have to try. But however much I'd like to race over to Limsa and set to work, there's no room for recklessness. Not when a child's life is at stake. As I'm sure Becklug would remind us, we still know little and less about the soul. Any number of things could go wrong if we don't exercise caution. And so, before attempting anything, we should learn all that we possibly can about tempering. There's just one problem. Research into the condition has long since ground to a halt, and the combined work of the many scholars involved doesn't exactly amount to a wealth of knowledge. Not of the modern scholars, perhaps, but what of their ancient counterparts? I know that the Allegans took a more than passing interest in the subject. So just curious, do you still have Rainbow Six? If so, we could play on Steam or off. I don't really care. I'm not sure if I do or not. I know I did have Rainbow Six because it was part of like the PC, like the Xbox PC Game Pass thing. But I don't have my Game Pass membership going anymore because I haven't used it for anything in a while. So I canceled the subscription because it's like $16 a month. And I can't remember if I had it on Steam or if I had it on Epic Games, but I can check. And like, so after I'm done with my stream tonight, I'll check in my different like platform libraries, and I can send you a message on Facebook or something and let you know if I have it or not. And if what we seek is to be found anywhere, it would surely be at the Aetherochemical Research Facility. I can say that R6 is a really popular game, a decent amount of people would probably watch. Yeah, Rainbow Six is alright. I have a few friends that actually play Rainbow Six a lot. Like, my buddy Ron plays it all the time. He loves Rainbow Six, but I feel like Rainbow Six is one of those games that, like, because it's been out for so long, there's so many people that are just so good at that game that it's hard to get into these days. Because of the fact that everybody else is so good, I feel like it would be hard for me to really learn how to really play the game properly. Where they experimented on primals and their worshippers, yes? Good thinking. I've never actually been there myself, but I did read the reports on Aziz Law, which means that we'll be needing an airship. Hehehe, an airship, you say? Meet me at the northern bank of Silvertear Lake. I've got a little surprise for you. Oh, and come prepared to travel. Are we gonna see Sid for the first time in God knows how long? We haven't seen Sid in a minute. That is true, but since rank 2.0 came out, no one is good in low ranks anymore. Yeah, I mean, if I have it, I wouldn't mind trying it. I wouldn't mind giving it a shot. It just depends on if I actually have the game or not, you know? I just recently started streaming RuneScape too. I streamed RuneScape for the first time the other day, and I checked on the stream this morning for like the analytics and stuff, and I got like over 15 views, which isn't bad considering it was my first time streaming the game. Yeah, it's not too bad. I give you the Bonanza, the Scion's very own airship. I built her as a company project with the help of our friends at the Rising Stones and named her for luck and prosperity. Taru, this is amazing. We'll be able to fly to just about anywhere we want. Our garments were impressive enough, but to build an entire airship, I see the annals did not exaggerate the many talents of the Scions' fabled coinkeeper. He. I'd also introduce myself as your pilot, except the training didn't go quite as well as I'd hoped. But that's alright, because we've hired this capable fellow here instead. Nope, not Sid. Damn. The Bonanza is equipped with a full complement of mana cutters, by the way. Feel free to use them to get around Aziz La. But enough talk, it's time to fly. All aboard! One of your favorite streamers, Moist Critical, plays RuneScape. I don't know if he streams it, but it seems cool. Yeah, I know Moist Critical. Yeah, RuneScape it's a really fun game, but it is probably the most grindy game on the face of the planet. You can probably put in 100,000 hours into that game and still not even be done with it. And you know, it also helps that there's still... No, you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, he's pretty cool. He kind of reminds me of Asmongold a little bit. But it also helps that they're still releasing content, too, for RuneScape, so... And now they got old school RuneScape that's been a thing for a while, and is actually more popular than like, the live version of the game. But I play the live version of the game. Honestly, Sid would be jealous of the way that airship flies. Tataru has outdone herself. Anyway, here we are on Aziz La, and Alpha Node's report did not do the scale of this place justice. This appears to be Helix, which means we stand in the Alpha Quadrant. To the east lies the Beta Quadrant, and... Yes, I believe I have my bearings. Though this is my first time on Aziz La, I do have some familiarity with the place thanks to the records in the Crystal Tower. Unless I am mistaken, this path leads to an aetherite, beyond which there will be an information terminal. I suggest we begin our search there. Yeah, I love the fact that they still release content for RuneScape, considering the game's been out for like fucking over 20 years now. It's crazy that they still release content for it. We actually just recently got, like within the last year or so, we got a whole new section of the game. We got a new like skilling area hub. We got a whole bunch of new quests. We got an entire new combat style. We got a couple new bosses. Like, they do pretty good. They do pretty good. And the developer of RuneScape, Andrew, is getting ready to release a new game called Brighter Shores. That's actually supposed to be really good too, and is supposed to be a lot like RuneScape. So I'm kind of curious to see how that game's gonna be and how it's gonna play out, and I definitely think I'm gonna be streaming that game when it comes out. Again, it's called Brighter Shores. The fabled Aziz La. I'd heard stories, but who would believe such a technological marvel could exist, and floating in the sky at that? If only my master could see me now. But this is not the time for gawping. Come, let us begin our work on the animal weapon. The new saga begins. Please note that upon completing the quest Soul Without Life, you will receive an anima weapon for a dark night. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Stupid fucking ants, man. All over the place. Ardashir seems eager to bring anima into being. Changing classes or jobs will prevent progress during this quest. Some quests will be marked with an X icon. This indicates that you must play the quest using the same class or job with which you accepted it, and that changing classes or jobs at any time will prevent progress. Okay. I take it you're ready to proceed? Excellent. Geralt has already begun work on the weapon that will serve to contain the anima. The difficulty lies in sustaining the thing long enough for the transfer to take place. But with the appropriate stabilizing materials, I believe it should be possible provided we act quickly. I have brought several soul stones with me, so you needn't worry about that. I shall see that one is fitted to your weapon. The only needful things I do not currently possess are crystals capable of handling the quantities of the ether required for our work. To be specific, we will need astral and umbral nodules. Would that we were working in Ratzetan. I knew of a merchant there who sold them. Costly though they were, I was never wanting for supplies. Perhaps Mistress Rowena would know of someone willing to trade? Might you be willing to speak with her on my behalf? No doubt, whoever she refers you to will not part with them readily, but I trust you will be able to come to some manner of arrangement. In the meantime, Geralt and I will finish preparations for the animal weapon. Safe travels, friend. Okay. Oh wait, this isn't even the main story quest. This is like a side thing. Okay, so I'm definitely doing that because I know that the anima weapon is, the anima weapon is supposed to be like the relic weapon for this DLC. Oh, this is just fishing tackle. I don't need any fishing tackle. What the hell would I need that for? And here is the terminal. A moment while I search the archives for references to tempering. Ah, there we are. Iconic corruption, an overview. That sounds promising. Indeed, let us see what this report has to say. Confound it. The contents appear to have been deleted. What? No! Isn't there something you can do? Not from here, I'm afraid, but it may be that another copy of the report exists elsewhere. The question is, where to look? It says here the report was written by someone named Owen. Is it likely that he kept a copy? I would say it is a distinct possibility. Assuming he was a researcher here, he will have had quarters on the Habisphere. We can ascertain the details at Habisphere Control. Let us return to the Bonanza and avail ourselves of the mana cutters. We will need them to reach our destination. I forgot, you already have a suitable means of transport, don't you? No need to waste time accompanying us back to the ship then. We'll see you at the Habisphere. I had thought that the animal weapons were the Endwalker relic weapon, but I guess that's Heaven's Ward. There's no other spot to teleport to here, so I gotta actually fly all the way over there. How fun is that? Evil guy laugh. Entering my villain arc. Oh, whoop. Paying attention to my keyboard and walked right past it. If the late Owen did indeed have a chamber here, this node will be able to tell us its number. Laptop is melting. There, from what I recall of the layout, it should be somewhere in the vicinity of... Warning, an evacuation order is presently in effect. Entry to the Habisphere is not permitted at this time. Foiled again. In all likelihood, the order would have been imposed during the Fourth Umbral Calamity, and I doubt it will be lifted in the near future. Bzzz. Energy level critical. Returning to base for recharging. Well, surely there must be some other way to gain access. Force, for example? Ere we to resort to that, I have an idea. Were we to send a surge of energy through yonder control mechanism, it should prompt the system to restart, releasing the locks. As for a suitable energy source, a concentrated lightning shard might suffice. Happily, I seem to recall that there are known to form points of stagnant ether throughout the continent. You seem to recall? Are you honestly telling me that that was in the records too? Ha, I am. A report sent to the capital mentioned that lightning-aspected ether was prone to pooling on the continent, resulting in surges that interfered with equipment. A minor detail, I grant you, but in my role as caretaker of the Crystal Tower, there is no such thing as too much Allegan knowledge. Besides, my studies help me to feel connected to the source, to home. The breaker blew, oh no. That's not good. I must have explored this facility 1,000 times in my mind, but to finally stand here with the two of you, 'tis more exhilarating than I can well express. Well, at least you got it to flip back on, I guess. So that's good. Now then, the lightning shard. If I may, I suggest we split up and search the beta quadrant. Oh, but beware of sprites. They are wont to manifest where the ether is stagnant. Now you're just showing off, which makes me think we should make a contest of this. The first to return here with a shard wins. What do you say? True. Yeah, for sure. Very well. It would be my honor to come third. So you said you have a PC, right? Yeah, obviously, though. We just compared specs a minute ago. So if you were to ever decide you wanted to try this MMORPG game, Final Fantasy XIV actually has a free trial that you can download and play. And with Endwalker releasing, I do believe you can play the free trial all the way through the base game and both of the first 2 expansions 100% free. So you can have like over 100 hours worth of gameplay and like content and storyline completely free, and you can do like dungeons and like trial boss fights and stuff. And like, you can't send me a party invite, but I can send you a party invite. So like we could like party up and go do dungeons and stuff together, which is always pretty fun. Yep, but yeah, so it's totally free, and when this new DLC releases here in June, I do believe that you'll be able to play through another DLC even after that. Usually the way they do it is every time they release like a new expansion, the free trial allows you to play another free expansion. You know what I mean? So like when Shadowbringers came out, you were able to play the base game and Heavensward, the first expansion. And then when Endwalker came out, you were able to play the base game Heavensward and then the second DLC, Stormblood. Yeah, so when the new one comes out, Dawn Trail, here in a couple months, you'll be able to play through the base game and the first 3 expansions, which is, I mean, I would say probably 150 to 200 hours worth of gameplay, and it's totally free. And I mean, you can upgrade your account at any point in time, but when you upgrade your account, this is a subscription-based game, kind of like World of Warcraft, where you have to pay like $16.50 a month, I think it is, or something like that. But I think it's worth it. Like I said, it's one of the most popular MMORPGs on the face of the planet. Not even just MMOs, but it's one of the most popular games, period, on the face of the planet. So yeah, if you ever decide that maybe you wanted to start playing the game so you could hang out and play something with me, you know what I mean, that totally could do that. And it's free, so why not? Bravo, that was quite a show, adventurer. Why, the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of the prize slipped my mind. I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations, the lightning shard is yours. Forgive me, the scene so reminded me of our first meeting I couldn't resist. Wait, he's got a fucking tail? Oh, I guess it makes sense. He's one of the cat people. Well, the contest continues, so you had better hurry back. Ah, but one last thing. Thank you, Psychotic, for bringing me here. It appears Alice had no luck, so victory is yours. Congratulations. Now then, may I have the shard? Here you go. What is it that makes you so much better at finding things? What do you have that I don't? That is a question I too have asked myself on numerous occasions. I suspect we could both learn a great deal from Psychotic, and not only about the secrets of adventuring, but come, we should attend to our mission. Ooh, pop goes my jaw. Excellent, the system responded exactly as intended. Now we have access to the Habisphere. Only one obstacle remains, the security systems within. Should they be triggered, they could make life rather difficult for us. In light of which, pray, leave the rest to me. If I am right, my royal blood should allow me to venture in unmolested. Sounded like it hurt. Sometimes it does, sometimes it feels good, like relieving the pressure. But yeah, sometimes it can hurt. Sometimes it'll leave the right side of my jaw sore, like all day, and that sucks. Assuming this place works like the Crystal Tower, yes. But if it doesn't, you'll be on your own. I want you to promise us that you'll get out at the first sign of trouble. It's kinda weird, isn't it? It's because I fought so much when I was a kid that it messed up the bone, like where my jaw connects to my skull up by where my ear is. So every so often I can feel the pressure building on the right side of my face, and then I gotta extend my jaw to get it to pop. Otherwise, if the pressure builds so much, it'll start making it hard for me to talk. That's why I always tell young people it's never a good idea to fight. Always try and avoid physical confrontations if you can, because it will damage your body a lot more than you think. It's a lot more than just your hands hurting, which, trust me, I got arthritis too, but yeah, very true. I promise. Wish me luck. Well, nothing for it but to sit tight. I'm sure this Owen fellow was very learned, but iconic corruption? An overview sounds like a studium thesis. We all had to write one. Lest you wonder, mine was about the combat applications of ether. I'm nothing if not practical. Alphanos was more philosophical, of course, political, dare I say it. He chose to write a lengthy discourse on our nation's duty to the world. A controversial subject, to say the least. He asserted that Charlane's knowledge should rightly be used to protect all life on the star, in direct opposition to the country's cherished policy of no intervention. Being a leading member of the Forum, our father was not happy. Gonna go eat, but it was nice talking, man. Yeah, for sure. It was nice talking to you. Thanks for stopping by. If you haven't done it yet, if you want to just go ahead and hit the like button for me, I'd really appreciate it, buddy. And also, like I said, after I'm done with my stream later, I'll check the different libraries for the games and stuff that I have, and I will let you know if I do have Rainbow Six or not, okay? Enjoy your dinner. Hopefully it's something good, and I'll talk to you later. At the time, of course, Alphino was utterly convinced of his views and would cheerfully argue to the death with anyone who saw things differently. Alright. By which I mean the rows were long. To be fair to him, though, he since learned to be a little more open-minded, but deep down he still holds fast to that one belief, and I admire him for it. Yeah, talk to you later, buddy. I should have liked to meet the young Alphino. For what it's worth, my thesis concerned the Allegan civilization as depicted in lore and folklore. Oh, you're back. I didn't know you attended Studium. I didn't. A thesis was required to earn my Archon's mark. My peers at the students of Baldasian? I want to say Baldasian. Convinced me to write one with the promise of unfettered access to forbidden tomes. Though I can considered it no more than a means to an end at the time, I will admit it was gratifying to have my efforts acknowledged. Good gods, an Archon's thesis. I shudder to imagine the work involved, but enough about that. Is this the fruit of your foray? Yes, Owen's archive node. It was waiting for me in his chamber. If a copy of his report still survives, it would be stored in this device. Shall we find out? Blip. Initializing. Scanning for registered user. User not found. To proceed as a guest, please complete biometric authentication. I gotta do kind of a robotic voice for this. Beep boop beep bop boop boop bleep. Bleep. Verifying. Bloop. Authentication complete. Guest identified as member of the royal family. I am at your most humble service, Your Highness. It never ceases to amuse me. 'Tis but a pity the effect will not last forever. Doga and Une said as much when they granted me this gift, but until such time as it fades, I shall use it gratefully. Search archive for iconic corruption. Blip, searching. Bloop, one item found. Iconic corruption, an overview. The report is locked by the author. Please state password. Oh, shit. Well, go on then, Your Highness. Tell the nice node the password. Well, shit. Right. Let's see. Glory be to Alec. Long live Emperor Zandi. Blip bloop. Password incorrect. Please try again. Confound it. Come on now. Passwords are invariably short and simple. For instance. Password. No way. No fucking way. The notion that the password could be something so inane would be laughable were it not dangerously stupid. Furthermore, your conduct in the presence of His Highness is grossly inappropriate. Know your place, handmaiden. Jesus. A robot got awfully nasty, didn't it? What did that thing just call me? Oh, she's gonna smack it, ain't she? Right in the face of the robot. Wild Rose! Yeah. Blip, bloop, password incorrect. Again, be warned that any further inappropriate behavior in the presence of His Highness will not be tolerated. Alright, that's it. I say we dismantle it and manually extract what we need. Now, let's not be too hasty. A single misstep and we risk losing the report altogether. I believe this may be a task for Sid and his colleagues. If anyone can coax Machina into cooperating, it is them. Yeah, true. Come, let us bear the node back to the Rising Stones. Back at the Rising Stones. Quest completed. What? I should probably mention that I have yet to meet Sid since waking up. Rambros did send word to the ironworks, but it appears our friend has been afield on urgent business. Nevertheless, I assure you my proposal to seek his help is no pretext, however much I might look forward to seeing him again. Him and everyone. But come, let us be on our way. Hehehe. Look at him, all but running. How sweet. Still, it wouldn't do to keep him waiting, shall we? Let's go, Chica-poo. Chica-poo. First, let's go and speak with Rowena. Hello, lady. Well, if it isn't my favorite adventure, how is the animal weapon coming along? Astral and umbral nodules? Might be as Sindani will have what you're after. She's a jeweler by trade, but her work with crystals is something to behold, let me tell you. They say she can strip them of elements, charge them with new ones, even make them out of thin air, if you can believe such a thing. Can't vouch for the rumors myself, but her profits say plenty. She can be a bit picky about clients, but you being the warrior of light and all, I'm sure your sparkling reputation will catch her eye like the crystals she's so fond of. If you go upstairs, you'll find her out on the terrace. Thank you. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. And outside. Oh, nope, nope, wrong way. There we go. Yeah. Hello. Sindani. Zodiac weapon exchange. Ah, the Warrior of Light, what a pleasant surprise. No need to be alarmed, my dear. It is my business to know all of Eorzea's treasures, be they material or mortal. But tell me, what do I owe the pleasure? Astral and umbral nodules? My. I see you are a man of unusual tastes. Might I ask what you plan to do with such curious crystals? Yeah, make a weapon. An essence akin to the soul. I suppose such peculiar work would call for crystals as equally peculiar. Well, you were wise to seek me out. I've dedicated my life to the study of crystals, and I cannot bear the thought of knowing there are crystals I cannot procure. Mind you, these are no mere baubles or trinkets you ask of me. Crystals of such purity are not easily come by, but to also be so rich in astral and umbral aspected energies. Still, with the proper materials, I believe it can be done. It will require a great deal of ether, obviously, and a specific persuasion. I am informed that when a man falls in battle, a residual energy hangs in the ether long after his spirit is returned to the life stream. This energy can infuse crystals in the vicinity with a purity not often seen in nature, a purity essential for what you desire. I can use these crystals, luminous crystals I call them, to imbue empty ones with the astral and umbral energies necessary to create what you seek, but I will require one crystal of every element. They will not be easy to come by, of that I can assure you. You will likely have to scour every ilm of Eorzea to find them. Oh wait, I have them right here. How funny would that be? However, there may be one other way to acquire the ether we need. It requires something of rather sort, something more precious than luminous crystals. As I mentioned before, it is my business to know all of Eorzea's treasures, and if the rumors are true, there exist certain weapons of legend said to have supped on the souls of countless enemies. In fact, a certain great hero who wields one of these weapons is supposedly working with a young researcher somewhere beyond the Sea of Clouds. Though this is only what I have heard, I will not hold you to ransom on the strength of mere hearsay. Even so, the rumors of these weapons are not so easily dismissed. Embodiments of war, veritable reservoirs of soul energy. If you were in possession of such a weapon, creating these astral and umbral nodules would be as child's play. Or you could simply collect the requisite luminous crystals. I will assist you all the same. I leave the choice in your famously capable hands. Players who possess a Zodiac weapon, Zeta, may exchange it for both the astral and umbral nodules. Excalibur Zeta must be exchanged together with the Aegis Shield Zeta. Please note, however, that the Zodiac weapon Zeta will be lost upon completing this exchange. Alternatively, players may acquire the astral and umbral nodules in exchange for elementally aspected luminous crystals. These crystals may be obtained, albeit at a low probability, by participating in fates in certain areas. Luminous wind crystals may be found in the Sea of Clouds, fire crystals in Aziz's Law, luminous crystals, lightning crystals obtained in the Churning Mist, ice crystals in Kurthus Western Highlands, and earth crystals in the Dravanian Forelands, water crystals in the Dravanian Hinterlands. Players will receive the astral nodule in exchange for a luminous wind, fire, and lightning crystal. Players will receive the umbral nodule in exchange for ice, earth, and water crystals. Luminous crystals may be obtained, albeit at a low probability, by participating in fates at the aforementioned regions with any disciple of war or magic, regardless of the level. This information can be reviewed in your journal or by speaking with Syntony at any time. Okay. Okay, so that's something to do, like, way later on. I do kind of need to get those crystals so that I can get this thing, though, because, I do kind of need this weapon. If this is the Heavensward one, I do kind of need the Heavensward one so that I can get the Stormblood one, and then the Shadowbringers one, and then the Endwalker one. Real quick, before we get this going, I'm just gonna go catch a half a smoke break real quick. So I will be right back in maybe 5 or 6 minutes. Well, news, Psychotic. Tataru contacted Sid on our behalf, and he's on his way here even as we speak. While we wait, I should like very much to hear what transpired at the Alliance Council. Would you be so kind, Creel? As you know, the meeting was convened to discuss how best to respond to recent events in Garlemald. According to intelligence from our Doman allies, the War of Succession rages on and the Empire remains without a leader. Amidst the chaos, the Imperial legions in the provinces have begun to move independently of the motherland. Our greatest concern to us is the Illred. Illard? A legion aligned with Lord Nerva. It appears they have received substantial financial backing from the House Brutus. Brutus, aren't they the ones who took in Yotsuyu and Asahi? This bodes well. Xenos' movements, meanwhile, remain shrouded in mystery. We're hoping that Thancred and Urianger will be able to shed some light on his activities when they return. Until such time as they do, the Allied leaders feel it would be unwise to interfere in the conflict, so, thanks in part to the Imperial withdrawal from Gimlet, they have decided to turn their attention to the primal problem once more. Working with friendly factions among the beast tribes, they hope to reopen dialogue and explore new avenues for peace. Given the timing, I suspect they wish to put their respective houses in order ahead of a decisive clash with the Empire. Whatever their intent, this is not a problem easily solved. The Laminsons, in particular, struggle in their efforts, and Alphino and Y'shtola have been called upon to aid them. So long as we are dealing with the Tempered, I'm afraid no amount of dialogue will avail us. But if we can develop a treatment for tempering, then anything is possible. Which is why we must succeed. And on that cheery note, why not make yourselves comfortable in Dawn's respite? I'll show Sid as soon as he arrives. Oh, I got a letter. Sid. Forgive us for not coming to see you sooner, my friend. As you may have heard, we've had our hands full. In our defense, you are up rather early. I was under the impression you'd be slumbering a while longer. Oh, I would have been, had you not fulfilled your promise. Ha! I still struggle with that idea. From where I stand, the secrets of traversing time and space seem exactly as unfathomable as they ever did. But if an alternate version of myself has already laid them bare, I dare say that frees me up to concentrate on other endeavors. Speaking of which, you wanted my help with something. What is it? Well, a treatment for tempering. And for the next step, you need to find the password to this Allagan's report. Just so, with nary a clue to guide us, we could be here forever and still not guess correctly, and thus we turn to you. Well, I'd love to say that we could help you, so I will. Once suitably configured, a Magitech terminal should make short work of identifying the password. I knew I could rely on you. Now, anticipating that it might be of use, I took the liberty of borrowing a tombstone from Rambros. It contains an Allagan dictionary. I might have to split today's stream into 2 parts, to be honest. I might have to end here soon so I can get something to eat for dinner and then start back up again after I'm done eating. Good thinking. I'll transfer the information to a terminal and set it to work right away. Mainly because I haven't eaten anything all day. And, I'm starting to get so hungry that it's kind of like... I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera, but I'm kind of getting to be a little bit shaky because I'm so tired. So hungry. And I really would rather not end up, like, getting sick because I haven't eaten all day. So I think instead of that, I might shut down for like an hour or so, get something to eat, and start back up again. Ah, looks like it's finished. Let's see. Freedom. The password is freedom. Ha, short and simple, just as I said. Would you care to do the honors, Your Highness? I would, my lady. Sid is so happy to see him back again. Node, open the report entitled Iconic Corruption and Overview. Password, freedom. Password accepted. Bloop, opening report. Oh shit, I forgot to do the robot voice. Owen. This report seeks to provide an overview of the mechanism by which icons corrupt and bind men to their will. Icons meaning primals, I believe. The phenomenon we call corruption refers to the alteration of the ether in the soul. Said ether ordinarily exists in equilibrium, no one element being more prominent than another. But when a subject is exposed to the ether of an icon, this changes, their soul taking on the properties of the entity in question. By way of an example, exposure to the ether of the fiend Sephiroth would cause a subject's ether to become aligned with the element of earth. As a consequence, the subject would attain heightened affinity with earth-aspected magics as well as a preternatural levels of endurance. Repeated exposure would further enhance these traits, ultimately altering the subject's very flesh. Changing them into the elemental creatures, okay. The changes undergone by the subject are not solely attributable to the elemental alignment, however. Further testing has determined that the subject's soul becomes umbrally charged or stagnant during the process. This stagnation of the soul has the effect of diluting the sense of self, rendering the subject vulnerable to the will of the icon, the thoughts of whom come to consume their entire existence. In this manner do the corrupted become worshippers of the icon, their prayers serving to further empower the entity. Having discerned the mechanism of iconic corruption, my colleagues and I set out to develop a material capable of shielding one from its effects, an endeavor in which we were successful, albeit at great cost. In the course of testing, many of my assistants, good men and women all, fell victim to corruption, and in accordance with protocol, they were summarily put to death. Oh shit. I subsequently submitted a proposal to investigate potential cures for corruption, but it was rejected, deemed non-essential by Lord Amon. Though I knew it would be fruitless, I protested the decision. And for my impertinence, I have been stripped of rank and title, and will shortly be expelled from this facility. In all likelihood, this report will be expunged from the archives. Nonetheless, I recorded it and hope that one day someone will undertake to do that which I could not, and find a cure for the victims of iconic corruption. End recording. Yeah, I think I might have to shut down here in a few minutes and get something to eat, man. And then I'll start back up again after I eat dinner, because I'm starting to not feel very good after not eating all day. So I might have to cut today's stream into 2 different parts. So not even the Elegans were able to find a cure, or rather were not given the chance to do so. One cannot help but wonder what motivated Lord Amon's decision. Mainly because I'm starting to get shaky after not eating all day, and I don't like the feeling of that. More importantly, this confirms that stagnation of the soul is indeed the problem, and Angelo can remedy that. True, yet were we simply to reanimate a tempered soul, I fear it would do naught to diminish the individual's fanatical faith. Indeed, it may well intensify it. No, we should somehow need to suppress the primal's hold over the subject at the same time, or risk them ever remaining its thrall. If we could only make them remember who they were, so there's no point in reviving their souls unless we can also restore their sense of self. Fucking starving, man. But of course, memory transference, the process has the effect of compartmentalizing memories, separating them into manageable bundles, if you will. By adapting the technique, it may be possible to achieve selective reanimation, that is, limit the effects to only those memories that existed prior to tempering. Through thus restoring the sense of self, we could theoretically drown out the incitements of false faith which had come to dominate the individual's thoughts. I see. The theory seems sound, and our experience treating the light corrupted would help us to identify suitable memories for reanimation. But are you confident you can adapt memory transference as required? I seem to recall your attempts to do so while trying to bring us home culminated in literal bloodletting. They did, you are right. Despite my best efforts, I could not recreate the mechanism, and I concede that the rather clumsy compromise I reached would not provide the basis for a cure. Then perhaps it's better that we consider another approach. Your doubts are understandable, but this time I believe we have reason to be confident. You see, nodes such as this were built with the ability to simulate magics, which leads me to believe that it may be capable of performing simulations of the transference technique. If so, we would be able to conduct years' worth of tests within the space of a few days. In theory, it would be no different from how we identified the password. But it'll take more calculating power, a lot more. I honestly couldn't say whether our equipment would be up to the task. Tell me, Sid, why do you suppose Owen locked his report behind a password? To keep it from prying eyes, of course. Why else? Oh, Sid just realized something. Wait, a password that could be guessed by anyone with leisure and a dictionary wouldn't keep it from a person minded to look. No, he wanted this report to be seen by those who strive for freedom. Not unlike the members of a certain distinguished engineering collective. I believe their motto was freedom through technology or some such. You two, round up as many Magitech terminals as you can find and bring them to the workshop. Right away, Chief. I ain't seen those guys in a minute either, man. Things are about to get very busy. Luckily we have you to help, eh? Right, while Grahatia and I configure the terminals, I want the rest of you to procure supplies. Namely, ceruleum to fuel the terminals and ice shards to keep them cool. The more we have of both, the better. Leave the ice shards to me. I'll round up some adventurers and go on a gathering spree. In that case, I'll trust Psychotic and Alice with the ceruleum. Here's a promissory note for each of you. Take them to the Sky Steel manufactory in Ishgard and the ceruleum processing plant in Thanalan. The people there will give you what you need. Yours is a well-known face in the Holy See, I believe. If it's all the same to you, I'll head to Thanalan. Thank you for participating in the Recruit a Friend campaign. Your friend's subscription has been retained for 90 days and closed as a draught chocobo mount. May he carry you and your friend to unforeseen adventures. Must be my brother Levi. Because he kept playing for 90 days. And there it is. Multi-seat mounts. Oh, I got a mount with more than one seat finally. You have obtained a mount that accommodates additional passengers. After forming a party, the Ride Pillion option will be available when party members select you. Saddle up and roll out with your friends. Oh, yeah, look, there it is. The second seat. No shit. Look at that, level 54 Dragoon. It's pretty cool looking armor, dude, if I might say so myself. Looks a lot like, what's his face? Oh my god, what is his name? Oh man, that's gonna bother the hell out of me. It's like E something. I know it's E something. Estinian. Oh no, that's a thing for... Okay. Stand in the Sky Steel Manufactory, what is it that you require? So, you are after ceruleum. In that case, please present the note to our engineer at the airship landing. He'll be glad to assist you. Ceruleum, you've come to the right man. Fair warning, though. The price has shot up on account of the uncertainty with the Empire, so I hope you've got the coin. Don't need it. This is a letter from the boss telling you to give it to me for free. For free! Well now, a promissory note from the Ironworks. Don't see many of these. Not that it's a problem. It's as good as gold to me. Hey, it's Emmerich, and, oh, God, what's her name?
My friend!
I can never remember
After the
her
disappointment of not seeing you in Alamigo, what good fortune to chance upon you here of all places. As you may have heard, the Allied nations are making a renewed effort to address the primal problem. To that end have I invited the chieftain of the Vanu to Ishgard, that we might together plot a course. Since the war with the Empire appears to be nearing its conclusion, I would also like to call upon Estinian's lance. Alas, he is, as ever, a difficult man to find. I am informed he recently paid a visit to the Rising Stones. Should he happen to do so again, be sure to pass on my regards, won't you? But tell me, what business brings you to our fair city this day? A cure for tempering. You never cease to amaze me. Until now, our only hope has been prevention, our every failure irrevocable. But this would rewrite the rules of engagement. It could end the cycle of bloodshed. Very well. You shall have all the ceruleum we can provide, and an airship with which to transport it. In this matter, you may count on Ishgard's full support.
Oh, who would have thought ceruleum weighed so much? Serves me right for being stubborn, I suppose. I should have just done what you did and accepted help.
Good work, you two. This is all we asked for and more. Quite a lot more now that I look at it. Lord Emmerich, eh? And entirely by chance? Ha! Some people have all the luck.
We have also succeeded in configuring the terminals. Thanks in no small part to our able assistant.
It's been a while, hero.
Oh shit, it's Nero.
You seem surprised to see me. Lest you misunderstand, I've no interest in such things as cures for tempering.
No shit.
But if you mean to achieve that which eluded
Nero
even the storied
Tolskeva.
Allagans, it seemed plain that you would require my expertise. And so it proved. Is that not right, Garland?
Ask Jessie. She was the one who hired you. All I know is you're an employee of the Ironworks now, so you'll bloody well earn your keep.
That wasn't the only reason I agreed to cooperate. I'm reliably informed that Garland and I are destined to unravel the secrets of travel not only across dimensions, but through time. Doubtless the lion's share of the credit lies with me. 9 parts to Garland's 1. And this research will be a stepping stone to that illustrious achievement.
Very well then. I'll do 1/10 of the work.
Whatever you say, Garland.
Right. If everyone's ready, let's begin. All appears to be in order. Now, we just have to wait for it to find us our magic. Why not take this opportunity to put your feet up? This may take a while.
What? I'm awake.
It's
What happened?
overloading.
Chief! She won't last much longer!
We'll have to shut it down.
Wait! We're close! So very close!
Oh!
Well, this is going swimmingly.
Please, a moment longer.
I've always
I beg you.
loved his sunglasses, dude. Fucking Nero, the glasses that he has, so dope, man. Oh no, oh no.
I was able to memorize the magic before it faded. It still needs to be put to the proof, but I believe we have our cure.
Yeah!
It's just as well. She'll never run again.
The fault is mine. I'm sorry.
Don't be. It may fall short of dimension hopping, but a cure for tempering is not to be sniffed at. This, my friend, is a world-changing discovery. One we're proud to have had a hand in. A few Magitech terminals are a pittance to pay.
Thank you.
Well, we've done what we can.
Okay, at long last we have our cure. In theory, in theory at any rate, we cannot be certain until such time as we put it to the proof, but I am quite quietly confident. Well, if we're to test it on someone, then I suggest Gabu. His symptoms are relatively mild. After I'm done with this conversation, I'm gonna shut the stream down for a little while and get something to eat. Yes, as long as we exercise due caution, it will be fine. Without further ado then, let's make for Limsa. We've kept Gabu waiting long enough. Teleport over there, and then shut down. I might actually walk, like, in front of where we gotta go to. Oh, we gotta go to the upper decks. Alright guys, like I said, I'm gonna end it here for a little bit just so I can get something to eat real quick. That way you guys aren't sitting here just kind of hanging around the whole time while I'm cooking my food and eating and you know, all of that. So let me go ahead and shut down. If there's anybody that sees this while the stream is ended and you have not done it, if you want to go ahead and hit that red subscribe button with the notification bell turned on so that when I do go live again after my dinner, you guys can get the notification and try to get that ever elusive first like and comment of the stream. Also, for algorithm purposes, make sure you guys are, please, I cannot emphasize enough, please make sure you guys are hitting that like button to spread the content to other people's recommended feeds and, you know, so on and so forth. Helps to grow the channel. And with that being said, until after my dinner here in probably about an hour or so, this is your boy, your main man, your favorite streamer, Psychotic, saying,